I made a system for how to write spells in D&D, and today I want to show you an example using Fireball. I recently made a video explaining it and I feel like an example might help. The first thing we have is this base of 13 points. We can put the points wherever we want basically, but for now I'm just going to keep it as a nice simple circle. And we encode the spell by connecting these points together with lines. Again, you can do any line you want, but for now I'm just going to use a straight line. And we decide what lines to draw using these binary numbers. And there is a system for picking them, but for now I'm just going to skip over that. But the point of these is that no matter what point you start drawing from, they're going to give you a unique shape for every attribute of the spell. So like every level is going to have a different one of these, which is what we're seeing here. So what we do when we want to write a spell is we look at all of these binary numbers and we just list the attributes alphabetically. Because Fireball's a 3rd level spell, we're going to take the 4th binary down here and then we're going to use that to draw the shape. So we start at the hollow point and we go round clockwise and we start at the leftmost point of this number. And we go through every digit until we hit a 1, and when we hit a 1 we connect to the next dot along. Now we have to encode the school, which is evocation. This is the 5th school on the list when sorted alphabetically, and so we use this binary number. It's the same list of binary numbers as before, but now we're applying them to the schools as opposed to level. And you're probably wondering why I've written k equals 2 on this. Well, to make sure we don't have any lines overlapping, we use this thing called the order or k value. And what this does is tells us how many dots to skip when we get a 1. So if we have a 1 and k equals 2, we're not going to draw to the next point along, but we're going to draw to 2 points along. And this just makes sure that we don't have any overlap at all and no information is lost in the encoding. Next up we do the same thing with damage type, but now k equals 3. Then we've got area of effect with k equals 4, range k equals 5, and finally we have duration, and this is where we get a special case. We actually skipped the first number, or well, the 0th number in the binary listing. And this is when all the digits are 0, and we use this in a few special cases. So if a spell is instantaneous, so that means there's no real duration, then we're going to keep the duration at 0, but also for things like area of effect and damage type, if the spell doesn't have that, we're not going to write it down. And there we have the spell symbol for Fireball. I hope that made a bit of sense, but let me know if there's anything that I need to explain again. Thank you all very much for watching. Okay, bye.